In this lesson, we are going to be talking about setting up your digital planner and actually starting to use your digital planner. Hi friends, it's Mary. Thank you so much for joining me for part 4 of my course, Getting Started with Digital Planning. Links to the other lessons in this course can be found in the description box below. If you haven't watched the first 3 yet, I really encourage you to go watch those first so that you will be ready to go for this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to be talking about setting up your digital planner and actually starting to use your digital planner. For this lesson, I am going to be using the Brookbot Bujanichi, which is a digital planning file, but you can use whatever digital planning file you want. If you don't currently have a digital planner, I really suggest that you go and pick up Brooke's free practice file that she has available on her website. There will be a link in the description box below, and you can go download that free practice file so that you will have something to work with as we go through this course. Before you start this lesson, you will want to make sure that you do have some sort of digital planning file already downloaded and on your iPad. You can either download it directly to your iPad or download it to a different device and send it to your iPad. Let's get started. Just as in lesson 3, I am again going under the assumption that you have been able to get up your GoodNotes started and running, and if not, I will leave help topics in the description box below from GoodNotes itself as far as how to do that. I'm also assuming that you were able to go ahead and get your planner file into GoodNotes. Now we're going to talk a little bit about just how I work with a digital planner and what I suggest as far as digital planning goes. First off, I do suggest having your auto backup ready and running. What I did when I started digital planning was set up a free Dropbox account just to use for my digital planner. The digital planner, especially if you use it all throughout the year, is going to be a huge file, and I like to keep the area where I'm storing it sort of out of the way. So if we go to options and we do settings, then you can choose automatic backup. There you go. You can choose where you want to do it. You can choose Box, Dropbox, OneDrive, or Google Drive. At one point in time when I first started digital planning, there were some real issues with the automatic backup between GoodNotes and other devices. So you could do it and have it backed up like on your iPad, but it wouldn't show up on your iPhone as much and things like that. I believe that all of those have been resolved. I have not had an issue with it in probably over like 3 or 4 months, and it has been just beautifully synced back and forth, which is great. That is one of the reasons I love digital planning. So that is a great thing. Make sure you hit that auto backup, and anytime you make a change in the file, you'll notice, let me see if I can get it to do it. Okay, so you'll notice this little arrow up in the upper right hand corner of your document and this spinny circle down here at the bottom. That will let you know that it is uploading it and syncing it in there. And everything that you have in your entire GoodNotes, so if you have multiple sections like I do in what I consider my my digital traveler's notebook, then that will all be uploaded to that Dropbox. You just need to keep an eye on the Dropbox storage because, like I said, some of these can get to be big files depending on what's in them. Again, I am going to be using the Brookbot Bujanichi. She was so kind to give me a copy of this beautiful planner to share with you all in this course. I am not receiving any compensation for using this planner other than she gave me this copy free of charge. She does have a free version of this that you can use just to try out digital planning and see if you like it. I'll have information in the description box below if that is something that you're interested in so that you can see if you want to buy the full version. I'm going to be going through this as if this is going to be the planner that you are going to be using. However, you can use any sort of planner file that you want, any sort of digital planner that you enjoy. So I think a lot of the concepts will follow there as well. I personally set a different folder for my planner files. So in that planner file, I have my sticker book and I have my planner and any other files that I need that I would consider a part of my planner. I keep other things such as books that I'm annotating, so books that I'm making notes in, spreadsheets, things like worksheets, things like that. I keep those in a different file so that my planner is my planner in this section. in this category. That is how I store it. You can make your own decisions on how you store things, but that is an organization system that has worked well for me so far. You see the Brookbot has many different sections, so the first thing you're going to want to do is just sort of explore it. I'm going to do a really quick speed through here so that you can see what the options are within this particular planner. Like I said, it's going to be a really quick speed through. I also have a review of one of the other Brookbot planners that's a little more in depth that I will link as well. But a brief overview will give you an idea of how you want to use your planner. This is a planner with 4 sections in the beginning, a great table of contents, monthly sheets, daily sheets, and also 4 sections at the end. So for me, how I would set this up is the first 4 sections for me would be reference areas. So this divider, I may add a page below that is my schedule, for example. Another way that you can review and look over things that is in the planner is to go up here. As we talked about before, there are thumbnails that you can review. So it gives you just a brief overview. Bookmarks, which I don't have any added, and then also the PDF outlines, which is nice. So you see here that it's pretty much what we saw. Front cover, dividers, table of contents, the years at a glance, the months, dividers, and then there's also blank paper back here. So let's look at the page. So say, okay. Perfect. So I can use either blank, dotted, gridded, whatever in the dividers that I want. And if you want a quick way to add some paper to those different dividers, just the same as you would be adding them to a binder, what you are going to do is, let's see, the blank is on 390. Let's do some dot grid paper. So 391, let's go over to thumbnails. So this 391 I know is going to have dot grid paper. I'm going to select it and I'm going to copy down here. And then I am going to click done. And I'm going to go up here to divider 1 because I know I'm thinking I'm going to put my schedule there. So I'm going to hit the plus sign and see that gives me options to add things here. I'm going to hit the plus sign and I'm going to hit paste copy pages. So there are other ways that you can do this. This is one way to do it, and I love that you can do it to add as many of the pages that fits perfectly in your planner and looks just the style. And I believe it'll also have the hyperlinks down at the bottom. Let's try it real quick. So we added that. That is now page 3. Let's click off here. Yes, it does. So while you can add any pages that you want, you can scan things and add them. You can make your own files and add them. If you want the hyperlinks, you really want to use what Brooke has available in this planner to do so. So I added it to section 1. So if I go back to this first dot and I see divider 1, I see that this page is here for me. And like I said, I'm just going to pretend that I'm going to put my schedule there. Okay, so there's my schedule, and then I could make it, like I said, as big or as little as I wanted and put that in there. And then in here, I would add what I have in those dividers. So like over here, this is where I put my schedule. And then you're just going to start using this probably as a normal planner. So like I said, I often, especially on the planner pages, especially on the calendar pages, because they have a lot of information on them, we'll use the zoom in section. Again, totally up to you whether you use it or not. You can even lower that palm rejection if you're using the Apple Pencil because you don't need it as much. So say I have, again, totally a sample. Obviously, you all are watching this way past January. January is already over, but let's make this. You're probably going to have to play with the pen size a lot as you try a new planner, and that's when you're going to want to go back and set up the presets. So let's say I had a 12 o'clock dentist appointment. And maybe we had dinner with friends at 7 o'clock. Don't know who I'm kidding. My hubby and I have not been out past 7 o'clock in a long time because that's about the time we round up my little girl for bedtime. So, but we'll just pretend in this world we did. Dinner. And if you saw my pen skip a little bit, that's because actually my fingernail was triggering it elsewhere. That was totally not a fault of the pencil or anything like that. Say you started planning out the week and then your dinner with friends got changed. So it got moved from Tuesday to Thursday. What I would do is I would hit the lasso. I would just lasso my little section that said dinner with friends, not scoot it on over to Thursday, and then you just click off of it and it stays there. That is one of the beautiful things about digital planning that is so easy. Another thing that you can do that I'd often do is I'll put like my monthly goals over here in the corner. So what I love about putting my tasks over there is maybe I just know that sometime in January I need to do these things. That is one of my goals. So I could even come in December or, you know, put it in there months in advance, even when I don't know exactly what day I want to do it. And I can take a look every week that I do my planning ahead and I think, oh, are there any of these that I'm going to be able to have time to do this week? Maybe I can clean out my car. And so I'll take my little lasso, and if I am planning a time to do it, which is obviously a great way to actually get things done, I'll say I should be able to do that on the 8th. And so the 8th comes around and I actually did clean out my car as planned, which would be awesome and amazing. Then I can just take my highlighter and highlight it to know that I got it done. Where is it? Here we go. So I can take my highlighter, and I actually didn't mean to zoom in, but you can do that if you want to. I meant to hit the shapes button so that I have a straight line, and I did clean out my car, hooray, and so I can know that I did that. Or if I just do it another day and I saw that it was over here on the thing, on my task list, I can just say, okay, yep, I was able to finish my Getting Started course, and hopefully all of those tasks will be checked off. That is one way that I love to do digital planning. If you click in the day, different planners will have different styles. This Bujanichi is very similar to a Hobonichi, which has a daily planner. There are a lot of great things about daily planners. There are a lot of great things about weekly planners. Brooke at Brookbot has examples all around. One way I use daily planners or even weekly planners is I will list like the things that I need to do that day, the appointments that I have, and then I'll also put in things like embellishments, which we'll cover in the next lesson, and sometimes even like drawings of something that's you know, if I'm working on my drawing or something like that for the day. So another thing that I will do is I will actually journal and write about my day in the daily area about what I did and memories I want to keep and things like that in the daily area to keep it as sort of a journal while I still have my planner as well. Let's see. You can use this however you want. I'm just trying to give you some ideas of things in here. So if I was setting up this planner, I personally would set up each section with a different type of note. And then as I found that I needed a notes area, so for example, maybe I wanted this divider here to be for YouTube ideas. And then I would go back to the table of contents. Know that section 5 is so I would put in some of the paper that she has available in those areas. And I would leave one open just for free notes because even if you just have free notes in there, you can easily move them around. So say I wanted my schedule. I don't know why I would want to change it, but if I did, so maybe I wanted it in section 3. So I could move it over and no issues there. And I can move it back. So that is why I would just have one section just for notes that I would put into other sections later. I think that's about it. Basically, it's just about figuring out what sort of planning style is going to work for your everyday and what you most want to keep track of. So that is going to greatly vary depending on your lifestyle. A college student is going to have drastically different things to schedule than probably what I have in my life, which is as a stay-at-home mom, as a work-at-home mom. It's just drastically different depending on your lifestyle and what you have to plan, but hopefully this will give you an idea of different things that you can keep in your digital planner and how to set it up for the first time. So that is it for setting up your digital planner and getting started with digital planning. In my next lesson, I will be covering adding digital stickers, photos, and embellishments to your digital planner. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified when the next lesson is released. If you are liking this course, please give this video a thumbs up and please share this course with your friends so that they can have a chance to take this course while it's here free on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a blessed day.